Hi everyone, my name's Harmony and I'm a psychic medium. Today I'm going to go on an investigation to a cemetery. Let's go. First, there's a few things we have to do though. Don't get too excited and ahead of yourself, okay? Okay, first thing is we're in Australia and this is what we're going to do. Cemetery's just down that road and it's old, but this part here is apparently really haunted. So if you come here at night, which it's going on dark now, they say that if you walk down here, if you hear footsteps walking through the creek, and if you sit right there and lay down, you hear it walking right through there, splashing as it goes. Stuff that, I ain't coming here at night. Beautiful. But the bush comes alive at night. I'm not open all the time. I don't want to hear every spirit and every story from them. Otherwise I'd be hearing millions of stories. And I don't want that in my head. Got my own story in my head. That's enough for me. So when a spirit jumps in me, which I've commanded them not to do again, before I realised I was a medium, I used to get spirits popped out, and all of a sudden I would see a face in my mind's eye really clearly, and I didn't recognise who it was. And the last girl that did that to me was a missing person, tortured and murdered. So she was desperately trying to tell me what happened to her. And they have found her body since, but what was that? They have found her body since. That's something. But when she came to me, I'll try and explain to you what it's like to be a medium. Everybody's different. Sometimes you hear, feel, see, taste, and smell. And you know things. So it's like, this day I was literally just walking around my apartment and I saw this girl's face and I thought, who are you? She looked part Aboriginal and talked, just kept talking and talking and talking so fast I had to say, slow down. And it wasn't my own thoughts, because she was saying, I'm missing, my name, blah, blah, blah. And I was tortured and murdered by 3 men. And I was like, what? I pushed her away. That day, I sort of went along with it for a bit first, though. I said, okay, I know this isn't me, and I know it's a spirit. and if it is a spirit trying to talk to me and tell me what happened. So I got a pen and paper and I started writing. Sorry if I'm yelling, I'm puffed out. And I wrote down, it was about 7 pages, and it was automatic writing. So she was talking to me so fast that I was writing it so fast. My hand was hurting after it. And after she'd finished telling me all this stuff, she went away. She was gone. I said, look, I can't deal with this right now. Can you please leave? So she left. A week later, she came back even louder. And I couldn't sleep because this girl was just constantly just telling me stuff. And it was really stressful, to be honest. Especially when I didn't realise I was a psychic medium. But because she had gone through a lot of the same type of rapes and abuse from men as I did, she identified with me. So she zoomed in on me. She saw me as a light. And then, lo and behold, I'm knowing everything about her. 3 men. One was a boyfriend, one was an ex-boyfriend. It just was coming, and I'm writing it. Like, I wasn't thinking. It was just flowing through me. And I could see her face clearly. And she was talking, and then she goes, I'm missing. And this was actually, it would have been less than a year, I think, from when she actually did go missing. Now that I look back on it, it was about a year. Anyhow, she wanted me to tell the police, and I knew in my mind that I had to tell the police that this girl came to me. She's telling me this is her boyfriend, this is her ex involved, she's got kids, she had 2 or 3 kids, and she'd left them behind, and drugs were involved, prostitution was involved. I saw it all. She told me the area where she was, they moved her body. She was in one area, but they moved her. And because too many people knew where she was. And the one guy was a really bad dude, she said. She said, you don't want to mess with this guy. And that's why I was really scared to ring the police, because I didn't want to tell them who I was. I said I'm anonymous when I rang them. Anyway, jumping ahead, she warned me about this guy. She said he's done so many murders before, and she ripped him off and they killed her. Ended up, they did cut her hands off because she was stealing, and yeah, they cut her hands off. She didn't tell me that though. I found that out later when they actually found a body, but yeah, so I rang the police this one day. I was sitting in bed. I just finished meditating and writing down what she wanted me to know. And I said, after I rang the police and told them, I said, look, you're not going to believe this, but she's come to me and she's telling me all this stuff about her. And I told them, please write this down. So I told them everything. They said write it in an email, actually. I sent it in an email, and I sent a map and everything of where she was. So then she left. As soon as I had done that phone call, I felt her leave me, like leave my energy, leave my mind. She was gone. I felt her leave, and she went into the light. She was at peace. And that was amazing. Like, she just left. And I felt like I just fell straight to sleep after that happened. I felt like she'd left me and she was at peace and she was happy. She said, I don't know what else she said. Like, it was a long time ago now, but anyway, eventually they did find her body years later. And yeah, it was the boyfriend and the ex involved. And this other guy got off because she reckoned he was like a black dark, bad energy. He was like an islander, I think. And anyway, yeah, I'm not sure if he got caught, but I know the other two did. Yeah, really bad people that do that shit. It's like, getting to this cemetery. Beautiful, isn't it? Just about to walk through there to the cemetery. Here we go. I don't like it at all. What is that? Some weird thing in the tree, like a nest. So yeah, that's my story about being a medium. And then after that I learned that, it happened before that too, but it was like different. Just like I know things. Like I know when I'm around people or I'm thinking of a certain person, I know something about them. Like I know what their grandmother or someone who's died, I know what they're trying to tell them. So I will tell them that. But I won't do it unless I really feel pushed to do it. And with spirit, they really try to push you to do it. And they won't leave you alone until you do what they want. So you've got to be really, really careful that if you're a psychic medium, that you always put boundaries up and tell the spirits they can't just jump in you like that. Like they can't just hassle you. They do though. They can. Haven't had it for a while, thank God. But I do feel like this area has had some weird stuff happen here. I don't know. When it gets dark, I feel completely different in the bush. Like I respect it and I feel scared, like something could be here. I know there's yowies in this area, so I'm pretty wary. A lot of frogs too. Yeah. So if you're a medium or a psychic, just be really aware. You know, spirits can be traumatized and they want someone to listen. Just make sure you have boundaries. Make sure you let them know not to do certain things. And also, learn about psychic abilities. Read books, watch videos, learn everything about it. Because you don't. You really don't want to have negative ones telling you things, telling you to do things. And people just think that normal humans are just always bad and stuff, but sometimes good people get told to do really bad shit by spirits. It happens. They affect people in different ways, certain energies. And also another tip is that when someone dies, the spirit doesn't get better. Like, so if you're a bad person and you die and you pass over, doesn't make you a good spirit, doesn't make you a good person. You're still a bad person. So you're a little bit more enlightened, but you're still the same. It's good if you want to be a good person, just be a good person while you're alive. Deal with things. Can't find. Gotta walk through that bush. Yeah, I'm getting a pain in my arm now. Oh God. And also, they can make you feel pain in your body and stress and emotions. But I'll go over that in another video. I'll tell you a bit now. Okay, so if a spirit's near you and you're communicating with a spirit and they're telling you a story, you might get a pain, a choking sensation. So I'll tell you a story. A guy hung himself the night before he killed himself, and me and this other person didn't know how this person died, and they were actually very close to our family. And I woke up at about 3 in the morning crying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And it wasn't me. I knew it wasn't me. The spirit had jumped in me. And I knew it was this guy that died. And I felt like I was choking. And I was like, oh, instantly I knew he'd hung himself. So the next morning I rang his mother. I said, how did he die? Did he hang himself? And she goes, yep. And that was it. Very, very sad. I don't like how people kill themselves, because don't do it, because there's so much good stuff in life. And yeah, you go through really hard times and it's shit sometimes, but just don't do it. Like, you get through things. You do. I've had so much bad stuff happen to me in my life and felt like I wanted to end it. I'm still here because there's so much awesome stuff in life and I love it. It's so fun, and if you've got kids, they need you. Your family loves you, even though they can't show it all the time or tell you. They bloody do. So please, if you're depressed and wanting to do that, get help. Don't do it. And getting on medication, I'm not going to tell you to do it or not to do it, but medication messed me up. It made me worse. Sometimes people do need medication though, but I didn't. Too sensitive. I just needed to change the shit I was doing in life. Needed to get away from certain people affecting me and move to a different town and whatnot. You know, you got to do certain things sometimes to make your life better. Sometimes you might even have to change countries or states to be happy. And if that's the case, do that. Make new friends. You can do anything you want to do. Next video is a cemetery. He's up. There he is. He's really small, guys. Look. Hello, little one. You should be in your nest. Normally they're in a nest, a really big nest. And this little guy is not. And he's in a tree. So here we are at the cemetery. It's been known that a couple of people have committed suicide in this cemetery, and there's a lot of activity at night, which I won't be here at night, but some of these go back to 1850. Very old cemetery. This one's in Maitland. This cemetery. And it's a park. Look. It's a park. And it's a cemetery. Wow, great place for kids to play. So, yep, not good. Not good at all. And not feeling any energy so far, and I've said a prayer of protection. Said, God, Archangel Michael, protect me from any negative energies or any spirits that are here. I talked to the spirits, and you cannot, and directly, and say you cannot follow me or attach to me when I leave. You are to stay here. And yeah, you are to stay here. Wow. How old? 62. Really old. I'm probably, you know, there's a lot of headstones that aren't here. And because there's no one here except my car, this is really weird. 1905. Yeah, there you go. Really eerie. haunted cemetery. So guys, that'll wrap it up for today. I'm getting out of here before anything happens. Okay, I'm getting a woman. She's talking to me. She said leave. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to leave right now. And she's literally just wandering around here. And yeah, I'm getting a headache. And I'm feeling like she died of an aneurysm. Her name's Mary. And she said get out. So I'm getting out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. And there's more over there. Over there. Just going back. Literally ran all the way down the hill. Looking out of here, man. There's something down there now. Alright, I'm out. I'm hearing this weird country music. What the hell is going on here? Can you hear that on the microphone? Okay. Last time I was here, there was blackberries here. They're all gone. And prayer is the... Okay, just before you get into your car to leave, you are to say this. God, Archangel Michael, my spirit guides, cleanse me of all negative energy that I may have picked up here. Also, cut any cords or attachments that may have happened from any of the spirits in this cemetery or in this place. Please, all entities that are trying to attach to me or follow me home, you are not allowed to. I command you to stay here. You are not allowed to follow me home. I command you to leave my presence now. Thank you for communicating with me. Thank you for being with me in this moment. But now it's over. This is the end of the investigation. Please leave and do not follow me. Do not attach to me. You are not allowed to come home with me. I command you to stay here. So be it. Amen. It is done. And it's as simple as that. You can add your own words. Definitely do it in the way that you feel is necessary. Don't leave there unless you've actually... Don't leave the area of investigation unless you've absolutely cleansed yourself and told them they are not to follow you, because they will. It has happened to me. I did used to do a lot of ghost hunting years ago when I was younger, and I didn't know about protection or anything like that, and I took these things home, and one night there was banging on my doors, windows, scraping on my walls. My marriage broke up, like all this shit happened, all this bad stuff happened, and I'm telling you, these things will cause havoc in your life. You must tell them to stay there. Don't take them with you, okay? It's really, really important that you, if you're doing an investigation, if you're doing any psychic work, especially this ghost hunting stuff, there's so much of it that happens on YouTube, and there's a lot of kids that are messing around with shit that they should not mess around with. They are messing around with spirits and entities and the D word, and I don't want any part of that. You don't want that to be in your life, because they will ruin your life.